morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to see you here, and thank you for coming. First, I have to say sorry that our research is a little bit long, so can you allow us for
15 minutes.
Yes, I will try. And let me introduce my team. My name is Nguyễn Thị Hồng Nhung, and here is my partner Ngọc. Our supervisor is Miss Wang, and let's look at the slide and one quick question that studying abroad return or not. I believe that is a big question for all studying abroad students. It's far from easy for us to choose just one topic among thousands of topics all around the world. But there is an inspiration for us. This is an article in Educational News in Vietnam National University website. That in this article, Professor Nguyễn Thị Hồng Nhung indicates the role of joint international training program in minimizing the impact of brain drain. So we decided to conduct research about we will introduce the research is the key factors that influence the decision of studying abroad student whether to return to Vietnam or not. And it is our outline. There are 5 parts in our talk: introduction, literature review, data process and methodology, research results, and the last part is the discussion. Let's start with the first part, the introduction. It is the fact that among 13 the winners of Road to Olympia Fixed Quiz Show, just one among them come back to Vietnam to devote their knowledge to the development of the country. So, the purpose of the study is to investigate the key factors that influence the decision of studying abroad students, whether to return to Vietnam or not. And from this research, we have 3 main questions. The first is the key factors that influence the Vietnamese student to decide to settle abroad. The second is to return, and the third problem is that brain drain effect in Vietnam. And at the beginning of the research, we also give 3 hypotheses. The relationship is that the relationship between the decision of studying abroad student and the factor, for example, their age, their hometown, and the last is the educational level of them. Next, go further to research is the literature review. In this part, we would like to introduce some definition of terms and the relating research of our topic. There are 3 main terms I would like to introduce: international student, brain drain, and brain circulation. According to OECD, international students are those students who travel to another country for the purpose of studying. The brain drain is a common phenomenon that skilled people choose to settle abroad. And last is brain circulation. It is the counterfactual of the idea of brain drain, which means this definition focus on the good side of human capital rights. And in the next slide, I'd like to introduce some theories that relate to our topic. The first theory I would like to introduce is the theory of human motivation. It is a common theory with us because we studied in marketing and business management subjects. Our hypothesis is that the studying abroad student will decide whether to return or not based on their position in the pyramids. If the home countries can satisfy the needs of the student, they can choose to return, or not, they can choose to settle abroad. Because Vietnam is the developing country, so we decided to talk about the Tokyo study in 2009 in the perspective of developing countries. Comparing two statistics in the slide, you can see that with developing countries, the skilled migration is much larger. It's about 40 to 60%. According to the lecturer, the reasons for this fact is poverty, lack of economic growth, discrimination, and political recession. As to cite on the same point, these facts lead to both advantages and disadvantages. The advantages for developing countries is the innovation from the developed countries, for example, for the technologies and others, with flexible workforce. But developing countries have to experience more disadvantages. For example, global inequality, unpaid educational subsidy, shortage of manpower, increasing technological gap. And the next slide is about another research.
Now I will introduce some research that investigates the tendency for Chinese outbound students whether to return China or not. It is a well-known fact that since 2009, China has been one of the largest resources for overseas students. However, in 2011, only half of them returned to China. It's approximately 183,200 over the 339,700. And in the 2012, the number returned is only 2/3, approximately 272,900 over approximately 400,000. The first research was conducted by NGOs in 2014 shows that there are three key factors that influence the decision of Chinese overseas students to remain in home countries. First of all is the academic environment. Many students, they believe that return in China, they would have fewer opportunity to conduct in-depth research in many fields. Another reason was the lacking of transparent workplace because they think that in China, the working system may be mainly on the relationships rather than the true talent and skill. However, the most important reason that influence the decision to stay abroad is job opportunities. Students study in economics and business. They tend to return in China because they believe in the rapid growth of the economic conditions in China. However, students study in physical science and social science. They tend to affect their decisions of Chinese overseas students to remain in hot countries is the environment, not the job opportunities. Because more and more students nowadays, they are aware of the environment issues, the pollution.
Only 5 minutes left.
Yes.
Only necessary.
Now I will show you the data process. There are three steps of our process. First of all, the data collections include the questionnaires and document review and analysis. Next one is the data analysis. Includes the descriptive information, compact alpha model, exploratory factor analysis, and regression analysis. And the final step is the research results. Here is our questionnaires and document review and analysis. Here is our first phase of the questionnaire. It is the online form and chat questions. And after 1 month, we received 200 respondents. I will go into details of the questionnaires. It takes some kind of questions, globe-end questions, open-end questions, and semi-globe-end questions. We mix it logically and reasonably in our questionnaires. Have two parts: personal information, specific information, and have two types of respondents. Vietnamese overseas students who remain or intend to remain home countries, and students who stay or intend to stay or return to Vietnam. It has 5 groups of factors, so the respondent will just the level of the importance by the rating scale questions. Next one. This one I will show you our research results. First of all is the descriptive information. This includes the data coding and data summarizing to represent the common messages, the unique features, and also explanation, interpretation of information. As you can see that we received 200 respondents, and 88 of them say that they will remain in home countries, while 112 of them say that they tend to return into Vietnam. As you can see that because of the rating scale questions, there are one factor in that group has the highest rankings. For example, in job is a good working environment. And here is the figure about the average ranking of group of factors. As you can see that based on this figure, we can see that the other factors include the green environment, development welfare system, and less crime and social problem have the highest average ranking. Here's the same with the remaining home country group. The returning to Vietnam group, we have the same. But with the people who choose to return into Vietnam, the job factors and the factor taking advantage of good relationship in Vietnam is the most influential reason that makes them return to Vietnam. And now we move to the compact alpha models. The purpose of the compact alpha models is to checking the internal consistency and reliability, examine continuous of rating scale, and remove inappropriate factors. That three conditions have to be satisfied. First of all, the compact alpha coefficients indicate that the level of the intercorrelations between the selected item in a group, it has to be greater than 0.6. The second thing is corrected item total correlations indicates the correlations between the selected item among the total score. It has to be greater than 0.3. And the final one is the compact alpha model. If item deleted is referred to the compact alpha if we delete a particular item. So it has to be smaller than the compact alpha. Okay, our result of the compact alpha model using the SPSS. And you can see that we have removed inappropriate factors, for example, policy factors, culture factors. And after remove this, we believe that our questionnaire is more reliable and have higher consistencies. Now I will move to the exploratory factor analysis.
Okay, 2 more minutes.
The next method used is the exploratory factor analysis to assess the reliability of scope, test how the variables related, and regroup it into new groups which make the questionnaire become more reliable. And the result is no factor removed, and the factors are regrouped to make more reliable questionnaire. And the result is in the hard copy of our research. The next method is the regression analysis using SPSS program to evaluate the relationship between general information and the decision of student choose or choose return or not. And from the beginning, there are 3 hypotheses, and using regression analysis, no hypothesis is right. So we eliminate all of this. This is all about our process method, and now it's moved to the discussion part.
So it says quickly, I will brief these discussions. Now I will move to the way to contribute to the development of Vietnam. This is a question that many people was asked me. It is necessary to return to Vietnam to contribute to Vietnam. We have many ways to contribute when we stay abroad. Here is the answers. As you can see that when I have a question in the questionnaire, they say to me that send money back to support families, do charity in Vietnam, or invest in Vietnam as a way that many people choose to contribute to the development of Vietnam when they stay abroad. You can see that all 3 actions have the same outcome, that they will increase the remittances of Vietnam. However, I think there's many ways to contribute to Vietnam. It's very simple way and effective way. For example, they share the knowledge with Vietnamese people by writing blogs or using websites, or they traveling to Vietnam, or they introduce Vietnam to foreigners. There's many ways. So I think that is no need to return to Vietnam. If you want to contribute to the development of Vietnam, there's many ways.
The time is over, and I have to move you 1 more minute.
Thank you. And there are 3 topics that we would like to introduce. And the first is brain drain, brain circulation. The second topic is about the role of joint international training to minimize the effect of brain drain. And the last is the role of international school in minimizing the effect of brain drain. That's all of the topic. And thank you for listening, and we are happy to answer all